These are the citizens of Kenya. All of them, they all come out en masse to protest. And don't forget, these protests have been lingering since last year. Last year, all of them came out to protest that their president must resign, which is the Ruto. So they told this protest that Ruto must resign, which is their president. And they started this protest last year. Now, it is over 1 year, and all of them, they came out again to remind their president that they themselves are not relenting, that the president must resign. You see, they all came out en masse. You can see the number, all of them. So I checked Kenya. When I checked Kenya, I discovered that Kenya, they have almost about 40-something ethnic groups. And they have two major religions in the country, which is Christian and Muslim. You see, all of them, they keep all those factors aside. They came out in unanimous to fight for their country, to defend their country, to defend the territory of their country, to fight against the injustice, to fight against the oppressor. They keep all those things aside, all those factors. When you come to Nigeria, the religion play arts, ethnicity play arts, tribal play arts. Meanwhile, the people are suffering. The last time Nigeria have an attempt protest, it was 2000, which is about 5 years ago. That is when Nigeria came out to make a protest. Since then, Nigeria has never been fit to protest again. Because once you want to protest, you see some people will say na their brother dey there, na Yoruba tongue. Once it is Hausa, then Hausa will not come out to protest. They will say na their brother dey there. The Igbo will not come out to protest. They will say because they never give their chance to rule since the creation of Nigeria. You see this tribal card, this religion card, this ethnic card. And this is what this political leader have been using to dismantle Nigeria. You see, you ask yourself a question. A country that is so vast as Nigeria, they purported to claim to be the giant of Africa. And don't be surprised. Now, all those small countries in Africa that we even despise, that say these are the just or small country. They will be the one to liberate Africa at the end of the day. They will even be the one to liberate Nigeria at large. You see, a country that comprises of over 200 million citizens, the few individuals, the few politicians, they came together, and these few politicians, they are not even up to 10%, and they are the one perpetrating, making others suffering in their country, and everybody just move on. You see, the citizens, they are living a life of smiling and suffering. When you push them to the wall, all of them, instead of them to fight back, they rather begin to climb that wall. That is the characteristics of average Nigeria. Few people, that is less than 10%, they come together in unity and begin to maraud over how many 90% of the citizens. And meanwhile, instead of the citizens to come together in one accord and hold these people accountable, all of them, they will begin, and these few individuals, this almost less than 10% that is marauding almost 90% of the citizens, they will begin to sow them a kind of different agenda. They will recruit some jobless individual and begin to pay them some change, so that those people will begin to use media to set propaganda. They will sow ethnic group. They will sow ethnic card to them. They will sell religious card to them. They will sell tribal card to them. And you see the people, they are living in a life of smiling and suffering. If you ask them to come out and protest, everybody say, I don't want to die. Meanwhile, indirectly, that person is dying. People say, I'm afraid of dying, and that person indirectly is dying. A graduate of a country will come back for school, and that person will be on the roadside doing a POS, and that person say he's living life. A graduate of the country will come back for school with a degree holder. He will put tray on the head, start hawking on the hold up, and that person think he's living the life. He don't want to die. Come out a protest today, you see that lot of them begin to give one of excuse and the other. They don't want to take life into their hands. They don't want to liberate their country. If Boko Haram not injure them, Esme is there to take their life. If Esme is not there to take their life, kidnappers are there. If kidnappers are not there, the bad road is there, accident. Many so horrible things are happening in their country. None of them could able to stand on their feet to say, no, enough is enough to all this injustice. Our parents refuse to fight this fight, and that is where we are right now. Even our generation, nobody is talking about this injustice, this oppression, this corruption that is taking place. How many of you know that corruption is a war? Nigeria don't even know. Average Nigeria don't know that they are fighting a war. They think that until someone carry gun and shoot at you before you know you are in a war. Nigeria, they don't know they are in a war front. A graduate of a Federal Republic of Nigeria is doing POS, and that person never know that he's fighting a war. That person never know that the corrupt politicians, they already declared war on them. That is how Nigeria have been living. Someone cannot even eat 2 square meals a day. That person never know that he's fighting a war. Nigeria don't know that hunger is a war. Instead of them to stand on their ground and hold these people responsible, you see all of them will go to church. The pastor will tell them, no, this your suffering is just a minor thing. Don't worry, a time will come you will live above heaven. Meanwhile, that pastor is living a paradise here on earth. Every average black, average Nigeria, their mental reason have been messed up. They cannot even hold these people accountable. Just a few days ago, there is a circulation that the current minister of FCT, he just allocate acres of land to his son over what a billion. It's only in Nigeria that a sitting minister is riding the Rolls Royce. Nobody is asking that question. In Nigeria, you see a governor is buying a private jet. Nobody is asking question. After Nigeria, they move on. Nothing they happen. You see Kenya, a very small country, where you Google the population of Kenya, it's not even up to 50% of Nigeria population. But they came out and said, no, enough is enough. Even though we have not succeeded this fight, but at least we must let these people know that they are ruling people. They are ruling a country, not just animal. But in Nigeria, everything goes. A graduate of Nigeria, you see them, a politician will begin to pay them a peanut just for them to be causing a tribal war on social media. Policeman who is carrying gun, is that one will begin to escort his oppressors. We saw a video recently where a CP of police who served Nigeria for 35 years, guess what? They just pay him 2 million for his area and gratuity. Nigeria, they never know they are fighting a war. You see, Nigeria's government, they are celebrating bandits. They are giving bandit royalty. They are giving them, they are crowning a bandit. A bandit is not a celebrity in Nigeria. Meanwhile, a graduate, those ones, they are languishing in pace. They are languishing in poverty. Nigeria never know that they are fighting a war. They never know that hunger is a war. Corruption is a war. Oppression is a war. Intimidation is a war. They never know. You see Kenya, they have already taken life into their hands. They say, no, even though we are going through this war, but we must leave a legacy for our children. Our children cannot come up and continue this kind of life. No average Nigeria, they are not thinking of that. They are not thinking of that. Education in Nigeria is like it's just another thing. Someone will struggle from the one to go school, come back. At the end of the day, that person will remain hopeless and will remain helpless. and that person will struggle to marry and begin to raise his children in such a circumstances. What legacy are you leaving for your children? Is it this kind of Nigeria that your children want to come to inherit? Meanwhile, the politicians, their children, they are already in different countries. They are studying them, all of them. They are facing them in different position. In Nigeria, as a graduate, before you can get a job, you must receive a signature for your senator representing your constituency. Average Nigeria never see that one as a war. They never know that the war have already been declared indirectly to them. They are still living a life of smile and suffering. Oh, it go better, it go better. Someone don't go. 40 years don't come, nothing. 50 years, nothing. 60 years, nothing. It go better, it go better. Call Nigeria, for Nigeria to come and protest. They will say no. Igbo will say I'm not the protest. Hausa will say no, I'm not going. Yoruba will say I'm not going. This is the logic that these politicians have been using to maraude Nigeria. And guess what? Nigeria is collapsing per seconds. Nigeria is collapsing per second. A citizens of over 200 million. Few individuals that is not even up to 10 million. What is even 10 million? They are not even up to 500,000 people. They use their eyes, see shege, and nothing is happening. Nigeria never stand on their ground to fight this war that is declared on them indirectly. I will see you again for